On everybody, I'm finna do this story right here about two friends that are thick as thieves. But all of a sudden, one friend went on a trip, and the other got mad, and the other friend did the unthinkable. We're gonna watch this news clip, and I'm going to react to it. Like, share, and subscribe.
Were best friends and roommates until one of them flipped and killed the other one. Now the Fulton County District Attorney's Office is taking us inside a bizarre murder conviction. Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Winnie has the murder in a Midtown townhome where the killer beat and then strangled the victim. Mark, this was in 2022.
Damn, so this happened 3 years ago. Not only she quote unquote beat her, she also strangled her. Like Andre the Giant style.
Yeah, Fulton County's lead prosecutor on this case, Cassie Hall, says this case handled by the Fulton DA's major case unit involved two stunning women so tight they called each other sister, a relationship that ended in stunning fashion, in murder.
Shamaria was so fun.
I hate it when they say they were stunning, but all of a sudden, the friendship ended in a stunning murder. I see what you guys are trying to do.
Loving, caring, giving, just goofy,
blah, blah, blah.
Smiling all the time. You know, just down-to-earth, loving girl.
The tragic story of Mimi and Mo. Okeesha Range, nicknamed Mo, was so controlling of her roommate Shamaria Mimi Fletcher, attempting to isolate her from friends and family. It was like she had a stranglehold on Mimi's life. But when Mimi broke free by scheduling a trip without Mo,
an annual trip that she had missed prior years.
Wait, so it's not just DV against man and woman or woman and man. It's against the same sex sometimes. One woman trying to break free, and the one other one saying that if I can't have her, then nobody can. That's what this is, unfortunately.
Because of this defendant.
Okeesha Range literally strangled Ms. Fletcher at the Midtown condo where they lived, says Fulton County Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney Cassie Hall.
She beat her where she had contusions all over her body from her head to her feet, and then after that, she strangled her to death.
Prosecutor Hall says Ms. Range suggested she and the victim had been play fighting and Mo kicked Mimi.
I said, "Mom, quit playing," and I kicked.
But that Mimi was alive and talking.
Now, I see a lot of play fighting over the years, but it doesn't lead up to murder. Not like this.
After that, but that doesn't explain the choking.
According to my client, no, it did not upset her. She did not have any issues with her going on a trip.
Defense attorney Anton Rowe.
Miss Range does, in fact, continue to maintain her innocence of all charges and allegations.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sure she does, sir. And I can't blame him. I mean, he's her defense attorney. You know he's gonna take up for the defendant. But they capping right now.
Ms. Hall says Mo Range frequently feigned illness to manipulate Mimi Fletcher. And in 2 Atlanta police interviews, Mo acted as if she was having seizures. But the prosecution used that against her, playing excerpts at Keisha Range's recent trial, which culminated in a conviction for murder and a life without parole sentence.
She still maintains that she's never faked any type of seizures. She did, in fact, have real illnesses.
We roommate together.
I don't believe that shit. Did that look like she had seizures in that confessional room when the police was interviewing her? Did it look like she was seizuring to you?
Seems to have a great relationship.
Antoinette Degree told us she roomed with both women about 10 months and testified for the prosecution.
I wanted justice for Mimi because during the time that I was in her space, I didn't feel like she was being treated fair in the friendship.
Was she controlling?
Very controlling.
Ms. Hall says for years while Mo Range roomed with Mimi, Mo mooched off Mimi, whose personality sparkled so much she had been elected president of the EDMU chapter.
Oh, so Mimi wanted to level up while her girlfriend is not only controlling, but she's mooching off of her. Which is, this story gets better by the minute.
Of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority at Georgia State.
Okeesha Range didn't buy herself food. She didn't pay any rent. She didn't have a source of income.
Being a freeloader does not equal a murderer.
But Ms. Hall says barring
No, it equals being a freeloader and a control freak, which is sick work, by the way. How can you control anybody when you ain't got two nickels to rub together?
successful appeal, the state of Georgia should be feeding and housing Mo for the rest of her earthly life.
My client has directed me to file a motion for new trial, which indicates that she will be appealing the case.
We have someone that becomes literally obsessed with a friend, and when that friend started pulling back, the only way that they could control them was to take their life.
I think when you see the signs multiple times, you have to leave.
Man, the friend couldn't take a hint, so she had to take matters into her own hands and say, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Your ass is mine, literally and figuratively. You ain't going nowhere, and I'll make sure of it.
Now, defense attorney Rose says he does not believe his client, Ms. Range, was controlling to the extent that Ms. Fletcher was isolated from family and friends. Ms. Degree says she witnessed Mo behave certain ways when Mimi's friends were around, and when it came to drawing attention to her illnesses, that led Ms. Degree to conclude Mo was indeed controlling. Reporting live inside the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, Mark Winnie. Challenge.
All right. So yeah, that's the video, and man, so much for the sisterhood in this case. There is no sisterhood. One wanted to break away while the other's still trying to control her life. Well, when she doesn't have any gainful employment to speak of, which is a shame, because all because, quote unquote, she didn't get invited to a trip, and it had to end this way. So yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That's why you gotta be careful with the people you hang out with. You never know. You just never know, man. The world is crazy out here, man. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I haven't done videos in a while. I apologize. I apologize that I haven't been kicking a lot of videos lately. You know, real life shit. And yeah, real life shit starting to kick in. That's why I haven't been pumping out as many videos as I should, but I pumped this one out, so y'all let me know in the comment section what you think about this story. Like, share, and subscribe.